Hey folks, Joe here, coming to you live from the Capitol Plaza Hotel in downtown Montpelier, Vermont, here on the Thursday of our new legislative session. This week we were in session Wednesday, Thursday, and we are also going to be in session tomorrow, Friday. And as you can imagine, it being the first week, it was a lot of pomp and circumstance. On Wednesday was sort of the big day for us as legislators because we had our swearing in, which was a really, really lovely ceremony. They called the House to order. They did a roll call of all the members to say that they were there. We elected the speaker, we elected the clerk, there was some other sort of administrative stuff, and then ultimately we all raised our right hands and we got sworn into the Vermont House of Representatives, which was really, really, really cool. And another really cool thing from my perspective, was that I was on the front page of VT Digger, the photo that they chose to say, for the article about the swearing-in ceremony, which was the top of the front page of VT Digger, was myself and my friend Kirk White, who's a representative from Bethel. And we've been friends for a real long time, over 20 years. And so I just happened to be sitting next to him because you can, on the very first day when we start, you can sit anywhere. So I happened to be sitting next to him. And that was really cool because we've been friends for so long, to be sworn in right next to him. This is his second term. And then to have that moment, captured by a professional photographer and for it to be on statewide media, it was just really special, and that was really cool. In the afternoon, we did our seating ceremony, and the seating ceremony is sort of what it sounds like. You get your official seat in the morning, you sit wherever you want. But once, now that we've got the seating ceremony, we had an official seat. So how that works is people who are there already, they stay in their same seat. I guess they could change. I actually don't know that, but I think they can. If you're new, or if you're returning after a period of absence from the legislator, they send you out of the room, and then they sort of bring people in by seniority. But once it hits that new, incoming class, they literally just pick our names out of a hat. And when your name is picked out of the hat, they announce your name, and you go to the door, and they tell you what seat you're going to, and the sergeant at arms escorts you to that seat. And you have to stand there and you have to say your seat number, and that's your seat. So mine's 79. It's a really, really great seat. I really like the people who are around me. It's got a good, comfortable view. And another really cool thing is because it's a sort of a semicircle. The house is a semicircle, and the desks are in rows in a semicircle. Mine happens to be sort of on the beginning of a curve, so I get like extra desk space with my neighbor to my left. So that's pretty cool. Always good to have extra desk space. So that was really great. My mom was there, my wife was there. It was just a wonderful day. Thank you all for voting for me, for supporting me, for making that possible. It was very moving. It really impresses on you just how important the work that we do is, and how seriously we have to take it, and how much all we does affects people. And taking an oath, where you make promises about that, and being seated in this beautiful House chamber, it just really makes that impression on you. So and everyone I've spoken to has said the same thing. So I hope that we can, I hope I will continue. I think I'll continue to feel that way. No one can tell the future, right? But it's a feeling that I truly hope never goes away, because it's so important, just reminded day in and day out how important the work we do is, how important it is to remember that what we do can really change people's lives hopefully for the better, but it can change it for the worse too. So we really have to be aware of that. Today was more pomp and circumstance. The big pomp and circumstance of the day was the swearing in of statewide elected officials. So that started in the morning with a joint session of the Senate and the House. And in that joint session, we basically heard a report from something that's called the Canvassing Committee. And they just basically confirm that, the number of votes that everyone got. And then they sort of announced to the House. And Senator Hardy was the one that did that, which is cool because obviously Senator Hardy from Addison County. And so she made that announcement to the Senate and the House. We were all together in the House chamber. And then in the afternoon, at 1 o'clock, I went to my new committee, healthcare. That's my committee. And we found that out on Wednesday. And then we went to back into the House floor, and that was the big inauguration. And I got to tell you, I've watched presidents be inaugurated on TV, and like 10 years ago I actually came to the governor's inauguration, and I was in overflow seating, so all I got to do was watch it, basically on the TV, but it was at the Capitol. There was just something about being there and seeing it in person and seeing all the ceremony and all the pomp and circumstance that of these statewide officials, these people that we know their names, right? Obviously the governor, Phil Scott, we all know his name. The lieutenant governor, all the, secretary of state, the attorney, all these statewide officers, we know their names. And then they're like 10 feet from you and they're getting sworn in, to their office. And it was just really cool to be part of that and to see that and to witness that. And then to listen to the governor's inaugural address. And I've listened to presidents, governors give inaugural addresses before, and, you're sort of watching, you're like, oh, okay, they're saying this, they're saying that. But, as a lawmaker now, the governor is sort of saying, hey, here's what I think. Here's what I think's going on. Here's what I think we need to be working on. And the governor is not our boss. We are a co-equal branch of government, but, he's a smart guy. He has a lot to say, and so, it was very important to listen, and, I took notes, and, wanted to understand what his priorities are and begin thinking about, how do we find common ground on these shared priorities that we all have, because, the governor, everything he said, yeah, I agreed with, housing, healthcare, mental health, workforce development, all these issues that, and if you listen to his speech, you can hear all of them. But, all these things, we have these shared values about wanting to tackle them, wanting to help make them better, wanting to help people. And so it was a really interesting experience to sit there and to listen to the governor and to think about, okay, where are we going to be able to work together with the executive? Because, we got to work together. That is so important. We have to work together in order to make Vermont better for everyone, and to improve some of the real challenges our state is having. And so, I was, very happy to hear the governor talking about things that I care about so much, and that the people around me care about so much. And I know that, Vermonters all over the state care about so much. So yeah, this is my first video. I'm going to be trying to do these every week, and I don't exactly know what day they'll happen because, everything is changing, and I'm finding out my schedule where I may need to be somewhere on certain evenings or things like that. But I'm going to be doing these every week, so just recapping what's going on, and we will, move forward with this, and hopefully you enjoy them and watch them so you can get updates about what's going on in the State House. So that's all for this one. Again, thank you all. It's because of others that I'm able to be here. It's because of my family. It's because of my constituents who voted for me. And, so many people who have supported me over the years. And so, I'm very cognizant of the fact that, I'm here because of you and I'm here for you. And so reach out. If you need anything, you have comments, questions, whatever you need, drop me a line. Cool. Great. Thanks so much. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.